Good morning, guys. What's up? Get a few frames ready here. Get me started anyway. Yeah, we're gonna hunt for Martin's coming over. We're gonna start hunting for peanuts. See how many queen cell peanuts we can find in these boxes. That's just the time of year in Florida. Yes, in Florida, February starts. You better be looking in these boxes for peanuts, because they're just going to swarm. You know, they're just going to swarm. Then you're going to start losing them. Ridiculous. It's time to change out. I've been changing out beetle barns every month. They get plugged up. So I reloaded them. I reload them with Max Force gel bait. Roach gel bait seems to work very good. So anyway, yeah. Oh, it's been a rough go, guys. I'll tell you what, this carotid artery stuff. This side went, like I told you before, went fine. This side here, I don't know what they did. They got to rummaging around in there and gave me 2 strokes on the table. Crap happens, they said. Basically, crap happens. So anyway, I've got a left side deficit. I was a little shaky with my left leg, and this left eye it goes crazy. It don't pick up on stuff. Miss Daisy's been helping me. We've been playing a little. She picked up the word search booklet here, and what we're doing, she goes through it and picks out letters here. This is my next one to do, probably today sometime. So you go through the rows here and you look for T. Right here's a T right here, so put an X on it, and she'll grade these. But when I first did this, what you're doing here with this little exercise, you've lost pathways in your brain. When you get a stroke, you've lost pathways. And these were mini strokes. It could have been a major stroke, and I'd be just as goofy as you know who, our last leader we had. You'll be as goofy as he is. But anyway, also I got to be careful what I say too about any medical stuff, because that one video I made, they can kiss my ass. They pulled that down. YouTube says that I am making medical claims. That's a no-no. Can't make medical claims. I'm not making medical claims. I'm voicing my stupid opinion, okay? For what it's worth. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. And that wadded up their panties, and they pulled that video down. Took it out. You don't have any say for the First Amendment. Right, no. They will make the call for you and let you know that you can't do that. No. I'm making medical claims. Like I said, I'm making no medical claims on anything. I'm not a friggin' doctor. I'm just a backwoods beekeeper. That's all I am. Okay? But like I said, they got their panties in a wad, and they took that video down, out, gone. So, I mean, financially, I don't make enough money, guys, on YouTube to give a rat's really ass. I mean, let's face it. I'm a low guy. There's some people on YouTube making a living doing this. But not Steve-O, no. Not doing it. Anyway. Been talking to Rick Sutton. He's a commercial beekeeper. He's a fun guy to talk to. Him and I chit-chatted quite a bit. He found me on YouTube. He saw my stenciled number on my box, and called me. So we chit-chat, him and I, from time to time. Seems like a pretty good old boy. Yeah, Rick's out there in California. I guess he's got about 1,800 colonies he works. And he goes all over. He's going in the spring to California. He ends up back in Florida, makes a bunch of nukes. He sells a bunch of nukes. I think he said he's got a Filipino wife that helps him. She jumps right in there, he says. And she's the one that does the grafting. So she burns out a bunch of queens for him. Yeah. So that's very cool. I asked him, I said, does she have a sister or something, you know? Because what we could do, I can marry another, I could, if I got away with it, marry another one. I got Miss Daisy. But see, we got a queen-size bed. That's a big bed, queen-size, right? We could put the Filipino in the middle, and I could be on one side, Miss Daisy on the other. I don't know if that'll work or not. It probably wouldn't work. I'm just throwing ideas out there, you know. But it would be, I said, man, that's cool as heck. You got a woman you're married to that jumps in there in the bee operation, helps you out. I said, man, that is cool. He said, yeah, she's one heck of a worker. So anyway, he's got his bees out there. The bloom's happening in California right now as we speak. So he does the contract, you know, pollination contracts out there. I don't know what all else he may comment on this video, what all crops that he does pollinate, but almonds is a big one. And he's not really impressed with Florida much anymore because the orange is about gone. That is a total shame, guys. A total shame. This green blight came in here. I don't know if that was a terrorism attack on our oranges. Don't know. But we had a huge orange industry here in Florida. And I used to make tons of honey on that back when I was running about 200 colonies. I would make I'd make barrels of that orange blossom honey. But those days are gone. Things change. Those days are history. Yep. But anyway, I wanted to show you this booklet here. I think I'm honestly going to have trouble here. I may have trouble finding queens. With this, the rehab people told me, well, right here, see, here's an R Miss Daisy put up here. And here's an R over here, boom. So what I do here, what this does, this is just an exercise here to start reopening pathways in your brain. So you can pick out stuff. And they said I got a left eye deficit. So they wanted me, see this border here, guys? This border? Start at this border and work across. And here I screwed up already, guys. Look at this. I screwed, no I didn't. There's an R right there. No I didn't. There's another R. But what's crazy is with this, here's another R. I put an X through. Miss Daisy will grade these. When I first did that the first time, I missed half of them. Half of them, yeah. I can scan this thing too and pick up R's, and like here's one here. But what I do, this starts retraining your brain to see. Look, you look up here and you see that number, or the letter, and you just go across here. I take the edge of this paper and go across and find all the R's. And then I go this way. I turn it this way and go horizontally. Here's another R right here. Exit. Miss Daisy, if I miss any, she'll put a circle around it. But I tell her, don't tell me. Just count up the ones you find. Every time you find a mistake, come over here on a piece of paper like this and put a line. You find the second one, so forth, so on, like 4, and then cross here 5. then hand me back the sheet and say, listen, numbnuts, you missed that many. Go find them. Go find them. So that's what I've been doing. It's working out pretty good. But what happens when you have this left side deficit or either side deficit, your eye misses that. You're not getting a quick signal from your eye to your brain, or the brain to the eye, one or the other, to find it. I had a hell of a time, guys. I mean, a hell of a time. I was like a freaking 2-year-old farting around with this stuff. So I've got a hunch I'm going to have a little issue here when I'm going through a beehive looking for queens. Maybe not. I used to be able, in the 80s, when I was running a lot of colonies, I did a ton of walkaways. And I didn't want to pull my existing queens. Back in the day, what I would do as a hive failed, I had tons of extra 5-frame nooks with a mated queen cooking in them. I wouldn't go around robbing those queens. I would take I'd pull out, say, 5 frames out of an existing box that crashed. Then I would take that 5-frame nuke and center punch it right in that 10-frame equipment. That's what I'd do. I put an excluder on. I ran a single back in the day. 10 frames. My supers were usually shallows. If I had to do it all over again, I would go mediums on everything. Not everything, I mean just the honey supers. I'd go mediums. But anyway, yeah, we're going to see how it goes. I may have trouble finding queens because I miss so many of these things coming across here. It's ridiculous. Anyway, if I really concentrate, cannot have the television on. You can't be talking on the phone. You can't be doing 2 things at once. I have to study this and find all these letters. I got to find the T, J, R, E. And I said, how did you come up with that? She said, I just went down through there, randomly picked, is all I did, she said. It don't matter, right? Okay. So anyway, here's a T. There's another R. But I'm doing it wrong here already. You need to start on this left side. And this is what they did in speech therapy. Start over here and work your way to the right. Because I have a left side deficit, and this eye we need it opening up to the brain to start getting the pathways opened up. And you just keep doing this until it's drilled into your skull as to what you're doing. That's all. Yeah. Let me see what time it is here. 9:25. I got a little work to do here. Martin's coming. We're going to make up some nooks. We're going in to find peanuts. And if we find the peanuts, we're going to be making up nooks, 5-frame nooks. I waxed some frames. I have a bunch in the rack out here. I don't know the quality of them. I got to look through them. And as we find these peanuts, we'll take that out and put it in the 5-framer. It's 68 degrees, I think it is. So weather's real nice for working bees. So anyway, that's the plan. We want to make, there's only 6 colonies out here. So it would be cool if I had like 2 frames with peanuts on them. We could set up 2 nooks, see? And just get 5 frames in the 5-frame nooks. You don't have to be all resources. We can put 3 frames of resource and 2 planes. I got bamboo frames over here because I'm going to be feeding these. As soon as we assemble these and I scatter them out here, I think I'm just going to close the entrances, guys. I got those little disc entrances on all my nooks out here. I'll just turn them down to where the bees can't come and go. And then I'll mark on the top the date I want. 3 days from now, we'll open them up. And not 3 days, 30 days. 30 days. we'll open them up and see if we got a brand new, fresh baby girl in there. That's the way we're gonna. They're gonna be walkaways. I'm not buying queens. I'm out of cash. Miss Daisy is gonna go nuts if I break out the wallet, start buying queens. These queens are crazy, guys. You're looking at right on up to $60. Some of these queens. I am not shelling out that kind of money. I refuse to run that kind of money on these things when I can make my own. And I'm making queens from my own stock. Are you inbreeding? Yeah, a little bit. Oh well, it is what it is. I remember back in the day, I only had 2 colonies. And I was in my backyard in Dunedin, Florida. Right downtown, basically. And I turned that operation, guys, into only like 3 hives. I was catching a few swarms. I went from 3 hives to almost 200 in about a year and a half, 2 years. I mean, it was slow going till I got to like 50. When you hit 50, all right, then you got 50, 10 frame boxes loaded with bees. Katie, bar the door. You are rocking and rolling, baby. You can make a ton of hives doing that. And then every 30 days, those queens are hatching. You let her get a good egg laying pattern going. See what she looks like. I'm going to be doing that here. And if I find a really nice queen that's laying exceptional, yes. I'm going to too, guys, talk with Martin, him and his wife. They do. I had a bunch of them made up here. I got my wax pot here, right there, that I roll those fresh frames. But I'm going to, I'm checking a text message from Martin texting me. It says here, Cloud, he said, I told him, looks like it'll be 68 at 10. Shouldn't be good to work bees. He came back, yes. Clouds are supposed to burn off around 11. Perfect. Nice and cool. The bees shouldn't be too pissy. I wouldn't think, but who knows? You never know till you get into them, right? So I'm going to start making... Rick says him and his wife take a 5/16 to what I have. I think that's what he has. And dip cells. You have a cup of cold water. You dip it into about there. You dip it into about there. Pull it out, dip it in the water. Do about 3 dips. And then what you do is let your thumbnail grow kind of long, and that's your cutter, your wax cutter. And then wherever you want it, you put your thumb there and just turn it and cut that wax. And that little cup will pop right off. Your 5/16 dowel. And then you just put them in a jar, mason jar. And I have the dowels here somewhere. I need to find them. And start making some of my own cups instead of buying all these JZBZ cups. He was saying, the Fat Bee Man, he makes his own cups. And I think that'd be a cool way to go. Hearing some rain on the roof. So that's it for right now, guys. I started to update you on this stroke scenario. And if you ever have a stroke, you may be in the same boat I'm in. See, right here's another R. There's another R. There's another R. Sometimes I just glance through here quickly, but then after I go through and then I start doing horizontal, and then I turn my sheet and I start doing vertical. But I got to get all these in marked. I just put an X through them, like there's a T right there. That's what I'm doing, guys. Trying to get the pathways opened up in this stupid head. Isn't that nice? Wow, got a line of smoke. I don't know how pissy they're going to be. But the object here is try to find some peanuts. I've got some. Here's a 4-framer that I made with 4 2x4s. There's 2 there, 2 here. I glued them together, cut them 10 inches high, and we'll use them. 4-framers are good. As far as I'm concerned, the 3-framers, they just work you to death. And the 2-framers, to me, is just totally ridiculous, but that's just me. I know a lot of guys work 2-framers. Okay, girls, don't get too pissed at me now. It's just Steve-O here working. You gotta talk to your bees, guys. It's just old Steve-O working here. So don't get too pissy. It's a bamboo frame here. See the bamboo in there? Lots of eggs here. The object here is to find the peanuts, but if I can't find the peanuts, we're just going to use some eggs and stuff, resources. Just took my first hit. Here's another bamboo frame. These things are working out pretty good, guys. I'm kind of looking for my queen too here. If I see it, the object here is to make new queens. So why take the old queen and put her over here when I want a new one, right? A lot of fresh young larvae in there. I'm thinking only 3 frames of resources in this box. I have shut the entrance down on this colony. She's got a pretty good brood pattern, as you can see. This is kind of the action we're looking for here. With this left side deficit that I got going on, I don't know, too early to tell how, well I'm gonna pick up my queens. As I scan these frames, go top side all around the edges to see. A lot of times they're on the edges. A lot of young larvae here, plenty of larvae to make a queen cell. All right, so what we got is 3. There's a plane we'll put in. This box is complete. Kind of center up the frames a little bit here. Put a lid on it. I'm going to put a feeder on here. We're going to feed these for at least 10 days. At least 10 days. I see a lot of resources down in here, guys. They moved downstairs. I need to go downstairs in this box and see what we got below, because I want to make up as many hives as I can. So we got this one complete. That's all we need in there. I don't see Martin yet. He's coming. I got another nuke right here. Another 4-framer. Let's load it. Have not seen a peanut yet. Have not seen any peanuts yet. Plenty of good resources. This queen is laying really nice. They're a little testy. Of course, it's cool out too. Okay, this is the lower chamber here, and looks like it's got a good population in it. I've been keeping feed out over here on the west side of this, on the east side of this building, and they've been feeding pretty good with it. They were really hitting the pollen heavy here a while back, but they haven't been hitting the pollen too hard here lately. It's been so long since I worked these bees, guys, that I don't know if they remember what I look like. I don't know, this is about all I can get out of this hive, I think. Not liking what I'm seeing here. Let me go to the center. Nah, I'm done screwing with this hive. Quit stinging me, girl. I don't want a lot of bee venom therapy today. But I'll probably get it anyway, you know. I got one frame here left. I don't know if it's got eggs in it or not. Let me see. I don't see eggs in it, but we'll use that as a filler somewhere. Seen a few beetles in here. I don't like that. Well, we got to get these fresh beetle barns in here, guys. Got a fresh beetle barn I'm going to put in this colony. And they're going to get a feeder jar. Hey guys, look what I got here. Look what I got here.
Hello,
The Martin, all the way from Wolverine, Michigan. What is that? How far is that from the bridge? 40 miles? 40 minutes? 40 miles?
Yeah, about 40 miles.
About 40 miles south of Mackinac Bridge. That's where he lives. In Wolverine. Beautiful place up there. Yes. So, not much work left. I got started a little early. I was out here goofing off. I said, let's start early, so I jumped in.
Steve-O's got ants in his pants.
Yeah, that's it.
and Martin showed up late. So.
Well, you're not too late. So we're gonna get into it, see what kind of mischief we can find. I have not found a queen, and I have not found a peanut yet. But the object is look for peanuts, but I haven't seen any. So anyway, if we get these going, here. I've got 1, 2, 3. Actually, all these, there's resources in all of them, so they can make queens. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we got 2 over there. We can bust them up into 5s. I had these 4s. I had 2 2x4s, or extra 2x4s.
Yeah.
So I burned them up and made a 4-framer.
Oh, okay.
And they looking like they're working out pretty good. See?
Yeah. Yep. Got a little extra room in there. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, they're looking like they're a little hot today.
Well, that's cool.
Where's your smoker at?
It's cool. Yeah, it's right there.
They'll calm down once that sun comes out. They'll get happy again.
Yeah. I'm gonna put feeders on all this stuff. I just put more needles in there, but we could start it on that end one down there.
Over yonder?
Yeah. I'll bring over. I've got a nuke over there on the ground.
Okay.
And we just start shoving resources in that. I'm seeing a few beetles.
I'm going to go through mine today.
Yeah.
And what I do after that,
Got a pretty good looking box here, guys. I'll get your fresh barn for that.
I got one.
Oh, okay. Here's a few frames, whatever you want.
Alright. Get a lid on her. And then we gotta have some food in that one for sure.
I don't think there's any food in any of this, Mark.
Right.
I mean, you can look in this box.
We gotta go in the bottom of this yet and see what the hell's what. So.
Yeah, just standing on his head right there. Sorry. Yeah. You may find food in these, but I doubt it. I'm gonna have to just pour the sugar water to them.
It looks like they're putting whatever food they've got, they're putting it to good use.
Yeah. Well, I've been feeding, but we're just not on a good flow. If we're on a good flow, this thing is rock and roll. We're just not there yet.
I just saw a beetle haul ass down in there.
Here's a fresh barn.
Yeah. That one's got a boatload of them in there.
Oh,
I'm surprised
wow.
you got that many over here.
Wow.
And there's tons of them. And I guess I shouldn't be, because you've been keeping bees here for quite a while.
Guys, you need some beetles. Look at them. Crazy. It's crazy. It don't look too exciting downstairs there, does it?
I think it's centrally located.
Right.
What we might want to do is take all that strength that's in that upper box,
Yeah.
put it in the bottom, and then put this stuff up top. Follow me?
Yeah.
That way she'll move up.
Yeah. Got any eggs in there?
No, there's
She never went downstairs, did she?
no, there's food here. So this next frame could very well be. There's pollen on that one, so this one might be.
If you got any food frame, you might want to throw it in our nuke start there.
Well, all that is really is just pollen on that in that
Yeah, there's
frame.
no
There's
honey.
not a ton of it in there. So.
Uh-huh.
And pollen again.
Yeah. Well, if you got pollen, you could throw it over there. 'Cause like I said, I'm going to be putting food on them. At least they got some pollen to work with.
There's not a ton there, but we'll give it.
Maybe a little dab will do you.